Slowly, slowly, they are shouting as they finally reach the woman they've been searching for. She was trapped between thick layers of concrete and metal, but she's alive, and her rescuers are elated. This is the flattened apartment building in Mandalay, in which she survived for more than 2 days. The 12-storey Sky Villa complex was one of the worst affected by Friday's earthquake. Several people died in their homes, but the rescue teams have still been finding survivors, like this child who was pulled out from the top of the rubble and placed in the cradle of a digger, protected by those who had saved her. The death toll in Myanmar is expected to keep rising. The aid teams that have reached the epicenter of the earthquake are facing a daunting task and a race against time. In Bangkok, there was a somber mood as 5 more stretchers were taken in to the site of the collapsed skyscraper. Rescue teams have not given up hope of finding more people alive in the rubble, but it has been more than 48 hours since they put someone in an ambulance to hospital. It was at the nearest medical centre that we met Mai Mong.
Sawadika. Sawadika.
He is concussed, has a broken leg and a grazed back, but this is what he survived. The 43-year-old was on the 29th floor of the 34-storey construction site when the earthquake struck.
You were 29th floor?
29 cup.
And the whole building came down?
Yes.
I was standing in the centre of the floor when the building started to shake. I told people to move away towards the edge, then it all just came crashing down.
On the same ward, there are 3 of his workmates. They are all still in shock. It was Dawson I's birthday on Friday, and he thought he had died.
As we were running out, I thought I wasn't going to make it, so I pushed the guy in front of me, hoping he'd have a chance, and then everything went black.
All of the men are from Myanmar, and Dawson I said he hasn't been able to reach his family members to see if they are okay. Frequent aftershocks are continuing to hamper the search and rescue operations across Myanmar, but specialist equipment from China is making a difference in Mandalay, where after a 5-hour operation, this woman was rescued alive from the wreckage of a hotel. Debbie Edward, News at 10, Bangkok.
Even before the earthquake, millions of people in Myanmar were in urgent need of aid. For 4 years, the country has been gripped by civil war, isolated from the outside world. Now the desperation is even more pressing. John is here. John, take us through some of the many challenges.
Nina, it is hard to imagine a country less resilient to the devastation wrought by this massive earthquake. The official count of dead and injured, perhaps deliberately underplayed by the country's military rulers, seems certain to rise, while survivors are desperate for the basics: food, shelter, medicines, and in temperatures of 40 degrees, water that is safe to drink before disease takes hold. A state of emergency has been declared in these 6 areas, and the government has issued a rare SOS just as international aid budgets are under pressure. From America, where US aid has been slashed, less than £2 million has been donated. Britain has pledged up to £10 million from existing allocations. China has promised a little more, and several other countries are contributing. But the World Health Organization says it urgently needs another £6 million for emergency medical care alone.
This is a situation of do and die. I mean, people cannot wait, for, assistance for long. It is a time when Myanmar is a poor country. It is a time when we need to extend solidarity and support to the country, and hence international community has to step up.
Then there are huge logistical obstacles. This control tower at Mandalay Airport ruined, so no direct flights into the heart of the worst affected areas. A bridge on the main road from the capital, Yangon, has collapsed. 3 hospitals have been destroyed, more than 20 more damaged, along with electricity, internet and mobile phone systems. Meanwhile, Myanmar is a country at war with itself. Since 2021, when the army seized power, it's been fighting a network of ethnic and pro-democracy rebels. The UN's called for a ceasefire to concentrate on the emergency. But since the earthquake, the military government is reported to have launched fresh airstrikes, one just 3 hours after the earthquake struck, another close to the epicenter. Even before the earthquake, Myanmar was a country in which almost 20 million people depended on aid. Much of their misery was man-made. There are complex challenges that could well turn a disaster into an even bigger catastrophe. Nina.
John, thank you very much. Thank you.